All right, let's talk about solving a problem that, if you live in Massachusetts, you've probably run into at the worst possible time, trying to get a document notarized when you're in a total jam.
You know that feeling, right? You've got this super important document, the clock is ticking on a deadline, and bam, you realize you need a notary stamp. It's that little moment of panic that we've all felt. And that's where you hit the wall. Because most notary services, they're on that classic 9-to-5 schedule. But what about that mortgage signing that has to happen on a Saturday? Or that power of attorney you need witnessed after you get off work? That's when the chase really begins.
But what if we flipped the whole script? What if the solution wasn't about you frantically trying to find a notary, but about the notary finding you? Now that's a total game changer.
So what even is a mobile notary? Well, it's actually super simple, but it's brilliant. It's a fully certified notary public who literally comes to you, wherever you are. Your house, your office, a Starbucks, even a hospital room. It's all about making it convenient and accessible for you.
And in Massachusetts, one of the go-to names for this is HireMobileNotary.com. Their whole business is built around this one idea, bringing fast, professional notary services right to your doorstep, and just taking all that stress and hassle out of the equation.
Now, you might be thinking this is just for, one or two very specific things. But the range of services they offer is actually incredibly wide. Let's take a quick look.
We're talking about some of the biggest documents in your life. Think about the huge step of a mortgage closing or signing real estate deeds, or the really important planning that goes into wills and trusts. They even handle critical work documents like I-9 form verifications.
But what happens when your paperwork needs to cross borders? Dealing with international documents, that can be a seriously confusing and stressful process for pretty much anyone.
And this is where you need someone who really knows their stuff. They offer what are called apostille services. All that means really is a special kind of certification that makes sure your important papers, like a birth certificate or a college diploma, are officially accepted in other countries. HireMobileNotary.com just makes that whole complicated process simple.
And here's what I think is really impressive: the sheer variety of what they handle. It's so much more than just a quick signature. We're talking about USCIS-approved translations in over 110 languages, sensitive stuff like medical documents and adoption paperwork, even Massachusetts-specific things like Corey forms or legal sworn statements. It just shows they can handle pretty much anything you throw at them.
Okay, so they're convenient, they're comprehensive, but with these kinds of documents, trust and reliability are everything, right? So what's their actual promise to you?
This is really the core of it. They have a guarantee to be on time every single time. They do a super careful, meticulous review of every document to make sure it's all up to legal code. And because they're based right here, they've got that deep Massachusetts expertise, all brought to you by a staff that's always professional.
And look, you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from Kate Shadler, who's a consultant for a title company, just nails it. She calls the after-hours convenience invaluable and points out their punctuality. That's real-world proof that they actually walk the walk.
All right, so let's say you're sold. You've got that deadline breathing down your neck, and you need a notary to come to you. How do you actually make it happen? Well, they've made the whole process ridiculously easy. You basically have two simple options. You can hop on their website, HireMobileNotary.com, and book your appointment right there online. Or if it's a bit more urgent, just pick up the phone and call them. You get immediate help. No waiting in line, no hassle, just a straight shot to getting it done.
So let's just end with this thought. Just imagine taking the biggest headache out of finalizing your most important documents. What deal could you finally close? What family plan could you secure? What big opportunity could you jump on if the notary simply came to you? That right there is the power of a service like this.